Hello everybody,
Hello.
Bandit Creative here, and we are back. Or should I say, we are here, because this is the first official figure review for the channel. I've been wanting to do something with my channel for a while now, and I didn't really know the way to go about it. I stream every Tuesdays and Fridays on TikTok and Twitch at Bandit Creative. And obviously, if you guys do follow me on TikTok, you guys know that I am a comic book writer and creator. And I'm currently working on a one-shot that is in production that I constantly post about. You can learn more about my characters and whatnot. All that will be linked in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the first official figure review for the channel. And today we have none other than the AC Factory Thor. Now, this guy recently came out, I believe. I don't think it's been too long since he was released. So I'm super excited to get this review out, just to show the people what he's talking about, and to see if he's, worth your money, of course. So without further ado, let's take a quick look at the packaging here. So this is the front of the box. You get a little graphic with Thor down here. Now, this is a third-party company, or as you guys could say, a custom, a bootleg. So they don't have officially licensed product. That's why they don't really put too much on their boxes. The box also came severely damaged, which, I mean, it happens with these guys. I'm not really going to complain too much about it. It's definitely going to happen when you're purchasing from these companies, from AliExpress, GYZ Toys, CT Toys, Mess Toys, whatever it is, AC Factory, stuff like that is honestly inevitable. But that's not really what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the figure. So let's see the guy. And he's right here. And honestly, first impressions, just out of the box, this guy looks awesome, dude. I think he's clearly a knockoff of the Amazing Yamaguchi variant, or the Rebel Tech Thor. And I think AC Factory honestly knocked it out the ballpark. This figure is awesome in hand. He feels very high quality. All the paint applications are there. I honestly prefer the head sculpts on this figure than the head sculpts on the Amazing Yamaguchi figure. But that's just personal preference. Obviously, Rebel Tech is a top-of-the-line product. They make great figures. So this is a third party. Again, it's a custom version of this figure. It's for much more affordable price. I got mine at GYZ Toys for about $38. GYZ Toys is specifically if you live in the United States. Obviously, if you don't, AliExpress would be your best bet. But honestly, dude, this guy is just not much to say about the mold, to be honest. If I can get him up closer here, you guys can see very, very well done. Everything on this figure in terms of paint application and molding, I would say is a 10 out of 10. Go over some articulation here. His arms can do a full 360, I believe. Yep. Does feel kind of awkward with these Rebel Tech joints, so I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, you can do a full 360. You get, I think this is like a side cut on the peg, so he can go forward and back with that. I don't know if this is supposed to mimic a butterfly joint, but I would have appreciated a little more articulation in terms of the shoulders. But I think the cape buckle is kind of limited. So it makes sense. I'm not really going to complain about that. You get some decent bicep swivel here. His arms can extend about that far. You get some rotation here at the shoulder, so you can rotate the arms a little bit out if you need to. Just because his shoulder muscles are so large, I feel like it is a little difficult if you're trying to get some tighter poses here. But all in all, I think for the size of his arms, they are very articulate. You can get your outward stretch motion up and down, back and forth. However you want to position the arm, you'll be able to position it. Moving down to the torso midsection, we have a cut up here in the lower pec. And then we have one down here by the waist. This one doesn't have too much range of motion, but when you combine them both, you can obviously get a nice ab crunch on your figure. The bottom parts here are made out of soft goods. Not soft goods, sorry, very soft plastic. So they're, adjustable. You can move them out of the way. If you want to position the legs however you want. He has a hip swivel as well. You can do a full 360 on him. I'm not going to just because I don't want to mess up the sash here and the belt or whatnot. But yeah, very articulate figure. Obviously, it's a Rebel Tech inspired inspired style or body mold. Sorry, I don't know. It's been a long day, bro. It's been a long day. Hold on, actually, let me look the carding thing. Appreciate that, Thor. Appreciate that, buddy. Alright, we can move on. I had to lock in there for a second. Alright, let's go back to the articulation here. So the legs can go out pretty far. As you can see. They can go out about that much. And then backwards motion is not bad if you position this part of his sash or whatever correctly. You can get some decent range of motion. Obviously he's got the Rebel Tech knee cut. And I kind of like the fact that a lot of the lower half of this figure is kind of, I guess you could say, flush, or it's hidden, so it looks more seamless. I do appreciate that about the mold of this figure. I really like him. This is also my first Thor figure. I've been trying to collect the main members of the Avengers and the Justice League, just to start out, I guess, my superhero collection. So it's really cool that I was able to get my hands on this guy. Again, $38 for the price. The quality is phenomenal. I mean, I can attest to it in hand. He feels great. The quality of the cape is also very nice. It is a wired cape, so, you know, you can position it however you want. You can have his cape, you know, flowing off in the wind. Him standing there. Definitely the nicest soft goods cape I've ever used. Or I mean, not ever used, ever felt. Because I have Mayfaxes, I have some SHFs, which they don't really do soft goods, they typically do plastic goods. But, I mean, doesn't even compare to the Mayfax. I have the LPZZ Batman, which, in my opinion, I've had one of the worst experiences with that cape. It is a detached cape, but it is wired. I like messed up the stitching on one end, but yeah. Honestly, the best or the highest quality soft goods cape that I've honestly ever had on a figure. So I do appreciate AC Factory not skimping out on the cape, because I feel like a lot of third parties kind of do that sometimes, which is understandable, you know. I am going to show some pictures at the end, some photos, some poses that I did. I usually post those photos on TikTok. If you guys want to go like, comment, follow me, whatever, I would really appreciate it. Any support is always greatly appreciated, especially because it just brings more attention to the comic. So, but yeah, without further ado, let's go over some accessories that you'll get in the box for this guy. So he is a Rebel Tech inspired figure, so Rebel Tech never skips out on the accessories. I'm just going to show some of them right now. I'm going to keep them boxed just because you guys are going to see the effects and whatnot in the photos. And I usually keep my figures boxed if they're not on display. So here we go. So this is how he's going to come in your box. He's going to be right here for you. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different face plates or face sculpts. You get an interchangeable head, which is inspired by the original Amazing Yamaguchi Rebel Tech Thor. And then he's obviously doesn't have his helmet on. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get 8 hands or 4 sets. And yeah, that is what you're gonna get in the first package. In the second package under, we have a bunch of lightning effects. I don't know if you guys can see them. They are kind of clear, and it is a clear container, so it's kind of hard. But you get a bunch of lightning effects. You're gonna get Mjolnir, you're gonna get another head of Mjolnir, or Hammerhead, whatever you want to call this, that will allow you to attach some lightning effects to it. You get a big ass lightning bolt right there. And then, yeah. He also comes with a stand, like so. You know, it's pretty basic, pretty decent stand. And then this wired stand as well. And then obviously the one that I already showed you guys. But this is the correct one. They look very similar. this is the correct stand you will get. And all in all, I mean, for my first Thor figure, I'm gonna have to give this guy a smooth 9 out of 10. The rating is purely off of the quality of the figure. In my opinion, this is the highest quality third party that I've ever held in hand, or that I've ever had, I guess, the courtesy of reviewing. In my opinion, of course, it's just my opinion. Nothing facts. I'm not claiming that that's a fact or anything like that. Just, you know, giving my honest review. The body, the sculpt, everything. I will make one note. Put this guy in some hot water if you're struggling with some of the joints. I guess you could say the Rebel Textile joints. Because I don't know if you guys can see in here, but this little black guy right here is the one that originally came with him, and he snapped. Yeah, he snapped, bro. So I was trying to pose him, you know, with his kind of like hand that's like summoning Mjolnir, and it's positioned at an angle. So I was trying to get it out, and I don't know if the angle that I was trying to get it out at, I just snapped it. But I just completely snapped it, bro. Completely snapped it. I have 2 extra little red ones in here from a bootleg flash that I bought. And I honestly it was this hand, so I installed, because they give you an extra one, that's basically an accessory to be used with Mjolnir, so it looks like he's flying. But I literally just replaced that in his wrist, and then I'm just gonna use these little red guys for that little flying effect if I want to ever pose him that way, which I don't think I will. I think he's just gonna go standing, doing like a cool, you know, summoning lightning effect pose. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be my review of the AC Factory Thor. He is a great figure. I do recommend you guys pick him up. I'm gonna link him down in the description below if you guys want to check him out for yourself. Again, if you live in the United States, I really recommend you buy from GYZ Toys. That is the official toy store for CG Toys, Mess Toys, AC Factory Toys. I've seen some Beast Deities on there the other day, I believe, some other third-party companies. Amazing website. They're typically, you know, 1 to 8 days. And I really mean that, 1 to 8 days. When I ordered my Daredevil from there, he took 2 days. This guy took about 8, but they're pretty efficient. They're, you know, pretty reliable. They have an email that you guys can contact them at if you ever have any issues. But yeah, that's gonna be my review for this guy. He is amazing. I really do recommend you guys pick him up. Great articulation, you know, very high quality for a third party. And then just how much more can I glaze him, honestly, bro? Like, honestly, gotta wipe my mouth. Pause. But you're gonna see the final clips now. You're gonna see some photos of him.
Alright, hope you guys enjoyed those photos, those poses. I appreciate everybody for watching this review. If you guys enjoyed this review, please like, comment, and obviously subscribe if you are willing to. I appreciate anybody and everyone who interacts with my content. And remember, stay smooth, y'all.